Hello everyone. Today we'll be going through Cambridge O-Level Additional Mathematics Paper 1 Specimen Paper 403701. This paper is for examination from 2020 onwards. And if we go through the question, first one is the formula sheet, page is provided. And this is question number 1. Question number 1 says, do not use calculator in this question. The polynomial is provided, has a factor of x minus 2. Show that q is equal to minus 30. So x minus 2 is a factor, so this implies x minus 2 will be equal to 0 and x will be equal to 2. This value we will replace in p of x, so we will find p of 2, and this will be 2 into 2 cubed minus 3x squared plus q into 2 plus 56, and we will replace equal to 0, and this will be by factor theorem, and we can rewrite it as 2 raised by 3 will be 8 into 2 will be 16 minus this will be 3 x squared. Basically we have to replace this x by 2, so x squared will be 2 square will be 4 into 3 will be 12, so we can write here 12 plus 2q plus 56 is equal to 0. Now we can rewrite it as 2q is equal to 16 minus 12 plus 56 is equal to 60. So this implies when we shift 60 to other side, so it will be minus 60, so q is equal to minus 30. And this will be, do not use calculator means you will have to show complete working, which we are showing. So this will be q is equal to minus 30, which we have shown. This was, we need to prove this. So B part, factorize p of x completely and hence state all the solutions of p of x is equal to 0. This is 4 marks part. So what we will do, we will divide this the given equation, basically 2x cubed. So q value we will replace, and we will write here 2x cubed and minus 3x squared. Minus 30 is the q value, so minus 30 minus 30x and plus 56, and this will be divided by x minus 2, and we can basically multiply it by 2x square first, so it would be 2x cubed and minus 4x squared, and we will subtract this after changing sign. This will be minus, this will be plus, and cancellations, and this will be x squared minus 30x and plus 56. Now we can multiply it by plus x, and this will be x squared minus 2x. Changing signs and cancellation, this will be cancelled, and it will be minus 28x plus 56. Now we can multiply it with minus 28, and this will be minus 28x and plus 56. Change sign and cancel, both are cancelled, and there will be no remainder. And so this will be the factor. We can write factors of this given equation as x minus 2 into 2x squared plus x minus 28. Further we can factorize, basically we can factorize this by mode 5 3, and this will be coefficient of x square will be 2, and coefficient of x is 1, and constant is minus 28, and this will give us 7 by 2 and minus 4. So x plus 4, 7 by 4 and minus 4. So for x, this one we can write x plus 4, and for this one we can write 4x 4x basically 7 by, it is 7 by, it is 7 by 2, not 7 by 4. So this, for 7 by 2 we can write 2x minus 7. So 2x minus 7 will be the other factor. I am erasing the extra working which I've done for your explanation, and first term will be x minus 2, and this will be the factorization. Now we can write the values, basically factorize p of x completely, and hence state all the solutions of p of x is equal to 0. Now if this is equal to 0, this implies x minus 2 is equal to 0, x plus 4 is equal to 0, and 2x minus 7 is equal to 0. So this implies x is equal to 2 is one value, and x is equal to minus 4 is another value, and x is equal to 7 by 2 will be the third value. These will be the three values which we found. Now variables x and y are related by this equation, this one. Find derivative. So dy over dx we need to find. So we can rewrite this equation basically as y is equal to x into x raised to the power 1 by 2, and this will be what? This will be basically, we can, this is u into v formula we will apply. So first as it is, and derivative of second will be 1 by 2 into x raised to minus 1 by 2, and plus derivative of x will be 1 into root of square root of x. So this will, now we can rewrite it as x over 2 root of x plus root of x, and we can take root of x common. So inside will be what? Inside will be, basically before going through this we can write another step. This one we can write square root of x over 2, because this denominator we will cancel with the numerator, and we can rewrite it as this, and now we can take x under root common, and inside will be 1 by 2 plus 1, and we can write this as 3 by 2 square root of x, and this will be the final answer. Hence find b part says hence find the approximate change in x when y increases from 8 by the small amount 0.015. So we will be y is in y increases from 8 by this, so y is equal to 8, and we can write it as x square root of x is equal to 8. So x raised to power 3 by 2 is equal to 8. This implies what? This implies we can write x is equal to 8 raised to the power 2 by 3, and 8 raised to the power 2 by 3, 8 raised to the power 2 over 3 will be equal to 4. So x is equal to 4. Now we will find dy by dx, dy by dx at 4, and this will be equal to what? Dy by dx at 4 will be dy value is basically dy value is 0.015. 0.015. This is what they have given. Over dx is equal to, this will be equal to 3, and we can rewrite it as dx will be equal to 0.015 divided by 3, and we can divide this 0.015 and divided by 3 will be equal to 5 into 10 to the minus 3, or we can write 0.005, and this will be the change in x which we have written over here. So how we got these three values? Basically dy by dx at 4, if we calculate, this will be 3 by 2 root of 4, which is equal to 3 by 2 into 2, and this will be cancelled and this will be equal to 3. This value we have used over here. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Now question number 3. Question number 3 says express a part, express this in the form of this one, completing square, where p, q and r are constants to be found. This is 3 marks question. So what we will do, we know first of all we will have to take coefficient of x square common, and inside remaining will be what? Inside remaining will be x squared minus 6x over 12 and plus 5. We have taken 12 from only the first two terms common, and now 6 we can cancel. 6 ones are 6 and 6 twos are 12. Now our equation will become 12, and this will be x squared minus x by 2, or we can write 1 by 2x and plus 5. Now we will apply completing square method. We will be putting bracket and x, and this sign will be copy sign, and after copying we will take half of 1 by 2 coefficient of x. Half of 1 by 2 will be 1 by 4, so 1 by 4 whole square, and minus whatever we have written here, this sign will be always minus, so 1 by 4 squared and bracket closed, and last tail portion, this plus 5, we have copied over here. Now we can write the next step 12 as it is. Now we will be multiplying 12 with this one, and it will be 12 into x minus 1 by 4 squared, and now this 12 will be multiplied by this portion also, so it will be minus 12 into 1 by 4 squared and plus 5. Now we can write the final step as well. This portion we will simplify with the help of calculator. Minus 12 and bracket will be 1 over 4 and bracket close should be here, and squared plus 5 is equal to 17 by 4. So we can write here 17 by 4. Now we can compare this basically with this one, p and q two values. So our p value is this one, which is 12, so p is equal to 12, and q is basically 1 by 4. Minus is there with the q, so q is equal to 1 over 4. Similarly r value is 17 by 4, so r is equal to 17 over 4. These are the required three values. We are done with this. Now b part, hence find the GCF hence find the greatest value of this basically, and state the value of x at which this occurs. So inverse function, this one is inverse. So what we can do, for the result of the previous part we can utilize in this, and we can write this one as 12 into x minus 1 over 4 whole square plus 17 by 4. This is the result which we are using, and we can figure out when this will be maximum. This will be maximum when x is equal to 1 over 4. So x is equal to 1 over 4 will result this portion as 0. So at x is equal to 1 over 4, this value, this whole value will change to 0, and maximum value will be equal to 17/4. And max for inverse function, now we have considered this function and we are asked about inverse of this function. So, and maximum of inverse, maximum value for inverse will be equal to inverse of this value, reciprocal of this value, which we can write 4/17, and that value will be at x is equal to 1/4. This will be our final answer for this part. Now question number 4 says do not use a calculator in this question. So we have to basically show the complete working, and the diagram shows a trapezium ABCD in which AD is equal to 7 centimeter, this is 7, and AB is equal to this value in centimeters. AX is perpendicular to DC, and dx is equal to 2, and xc is equal to x centimeters. Given that the area of the trapezium ABCD is this one, so area of trapezium is given, obtain an expression for x in form of a plus b under root 5, where a and b are integers. Now area of trapezium is provided. We will apply area of trapezium formula. So area of trapezium formula is what? A is equal to 1 by 2 a plus b into h, and a plus b are the parallel sides, whereas h is perpendicular distance. So we can write it as 1 by 2 a side we can take as this one, so 4 plus under root 5, and b side will be this, so plus x, and multiply by, we need to find basically h value, ax value will be required. So for ax value, what we can do, we can find ax value by considering this triangle, and this triangle, for this triangle we have hypotenuse and we have base, so perpendicular we can find. So that will be what? Ax, for ax value, a d squared, Pythagoras theorem basically I'm applying, so this will be equal to dx squared plus ax squared. A d squared means 7 squared is equal to 2 squared plus ax squared. So ax will be equal to 7 squared minus 2 squared and root, and this value we can calculate. This is square root of 7 squared minus 2 squared, and this will be equal to 3 root 5, and this is ax value which we will be using over here, and our equation will become 4 plus root 5 plus x into 3 root 5. This will be the equation. Now we can find the value of x. To find value of x, we will be shifting, and we know this is area is provided over here, so area we can write it as 15 under root 5 plus 2, this one, and now we can shift this 2 and 3 under root 5 to the other side of equality, so 15 root 5 plus 2 in brackets and root 5. Okay, so this 2 will go as numerator over here, and 3 under root 5 will go as denominator, and this is equal to what? This is equal to 4 under root 5. Basically x the parallel side we have taken, we have done mistake. It should be x plus 2. This should be the parallel side because this is 2 plus x, so complete side we will be taking. So we can add this 2 and 4, it will be 6. So our equation will be 6 plus under root 5 and plus x will be equal to this one. Now we can simplify further, and we can shift 6 and under root 5 also to other side, and this will be 2 into 15 will be 30. So 30 root 5 plus 2 over 3 under root 5 will minus 6, and minus under root 5 is equal to x. And what else we can do? They are saying do not use calculator, so we can cancel this 3 with this, so it will be 10. And further now we can write 10, and this will, we can open the bracket, so 10 under root 5 plus 20, and over under root 5 also. Basically this will be over under root 5, and minus 6 minus under root 5 is equal to x. And further we can basically rewrite it as 10 under root 5 over under root 5 and plus 20 over under root 5 minus 6 minus under root 5 is equal to x. And this we can cancel, so it will be 10 minus 6 will be 10 minus 6 will be 4, so 4, and the rest will be what, 20 under root 5 minus under root 5 is equal to x. And this portion we can take under root 5 as LCM, so it will be 20 minus 5, so it will be equal to x. So we can write it as 4, so it will be, we have basically next space we have over here, we can use this, so it will be 4, and this will be plus 15 over under root 5, and this is equal to x. And 15 we can write as 3 into 5 over under root 5 is equal to x. And we can write this as this, so this will be our final answer for x value. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to question number 5. Question number 5 says, on the axis below, sketch the graph of y is equal to 2x plus 5 and the graph of y is equal to 2 minus x, stating the coordinates of the points where each graph meets the coordinate axis. This is 4-mark question. So how we can solve this? Our one equation is this one, y is equal to mod of 2x plus 5, and when y is equal to 0, so x will be, we can take, like for example, we can replace 2x plus 5 will be equal to 0, so x will be equal to minus 5 by 2, or we can write minus 2.5. So it will be minus 2.5 and 0 value. And this point will be where? This point we can take this one, this is 0 and 10, so middle we can take as 5 over here, so this will be minus 5, and minus 2.5 will be minus 2.5, and 0 point will be over here. And so it is, if we write it as y is equal to mx plus c, so it will be 5, basically y intercept will be 5, so we can show as 1 2 3 4 5 roughly, because this is a sketch, so we can show sketch like this one. So this will be the positive portion, and the negative portion we can shift basically negative portion upward, and that portion we can shift over here, and that will be like negative portion will be shifted up. Now we can draw the second value also. Second value is y is equal to 2 minus x mod. So y at y is equal to 0, x will be equal to 2. So these two values, and 0 and 2 will be what? This is like 5. This is 5. So we can take two value roughly over here. We can take two value. This will be 2 and 0. And we can draw basically this is passing through minus 2, so it will be basically mod value will be 2, so we can draw this one, and the positive portion we can basically, if I bend this a little more, so it will be like this one, so it will be passing through this. If we redraw over here, so v value will be this one, and the point y intercept, basically x intercepts, we have shown coordinates the points where each graph meets the coordinate axis. So coordinate axis also we have to show, which we have drawn over here. So this point will be 0 and 5, and this point will be basically 0 and 2. We can check from this equations also, like for example, if we write the equation in y is equal to mx plus c format, we will get these two values, like y is equal to 2x plus 5. So this will be y-intercept for one equation, and the second equation minus x plus 2, so this will be y-intercept for the second equation. And these are the basically x and y intercepts we have shown over here. Now this part is done. Now for your practice in exam, you will not be provided any software. For your practice, exam practice, which you can do at your home, so you can use softwares. So many softwares are available on the net, and these are basically, this is the equation which I have plotted over here, and you can see this is the x-intercept minus 2.5. If you write y is equal to 2x plus 5 mod, and this will be x-intercept, and this is 0 and 5, this will be the y-intercept. And the second equation, y is equal to 2 minus x mod, if we activate this, this will be the second equation, and it will be x-intercept will be 2 and 0, and this will be y-intercept for this one, and this will be y-intercept for this. And these are basically the values which we are showing over here. Keep in mind, this is for your practice. You can be sure that your whatever answer is correct, because in marking schemes they are not providing detail for that, for your graph questions. So better to go through these type of softwares. It will be very nice practice for you in exam also. So the same thing I have inserted in the paper also, and this is basically the drawing which I have inserted. You can see over here the points are also shown. This is 0 and 5, this point. 0 and 2 is this y-intercept. These two are y-intercepts, and this is x-intercept and x-intercept. And this is basically the exact graph which we have plotted in the software, and this is the graph which I have drawn and shown to you. Hopefully you understood each and everything. Now next part, we can go through this B part. They are saying solve this, so we have to solve the inequality. To solve the inequality, what we can do, we can take both values, like 2x plus 5 is equal to plus minus 2 minus x. So both values we will be taking and we'll be solving these two values. So we can take 2x plus 5 is equal to 2 minus x, and at the same time we can take 2x plus 5 is equal to minus 2 minus x, we'll put in brackets. And now we can shift this x to other side, and this will be 2x plus x, and 5 we can shift to the side, so 2 minus 5, and this will be 3x is equal to minus 3, so x will be equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 1. And the other value, if we solve this one, 2x plus 5 is equal to minus 2 plus x, and we can shift this x to the other side, and we will get 2x minus x plus 5, we are shifting to the side, so minus 2 minus 5, and which is equal to minus 7. So x is equal to minus 7, so other value will be x is equal to minus 7. So we can write the inequality. Basically, what will the value of x will be varying from minus 1 to 7, minus basically 1 to minus 7 to minus 1. Minus 7 will be the smaller value, so minus 7 to minus 1, this will be our answer. Now question number 6. Question number 6 says find the equation of the normal to the curve. Normal to the curve, and curve equation of the curve is given at the point where x is equal to 2. Give your answer in the form of ax plus by is equal to c, where a, b, c are integers. This is 8 marks question. So to find the equation of the normal, we will find the gradient of this. To find the gradient of this, we will find the derivative dy by dx, which is y dash, and u over v formula we will be applying. U over v formula means we will be writing the square of denominator, which is this one. So square of this we can write like this, and in the numerator as it is x square plus 5, and derivative of the upper function, which is 2x minus 1, derivative of 2x minus 1 will be 2, and minus 2x minus 1 as it is, and derivative of the denominator, which is 1 by 2 into x square plus 5 whole raised by minus 1 by 2 into derivative of this x square will be 2x, so we can write 2x. Hopefully you are comfortable with the differentiation, and it's straightforward u over v formula. And if you are not understanding, then you will have to revise the basic differentiation first. Now next we can basically simplify this, and this will be, we can rewrite it as 2 into x squared plus 5, and minus, we can write this 2 will be cancelled with this, and we can write x into 2x minus 1 over, and this one we can take denominator x square plus 5 over here, and over this square and root will be cancelled, and we will get x squared plus 5 over here. And now we can rewrite it as, basically first we'll take LCM. If we take LCM of the upper portion, and that will be square root of x square plus 5, and fraction over fraction basically we are doing, so x square plus 5 as it is, and this will be 2 into under root of x square plus 5 squared, and minus, this will be as it is, x into 2x minus 1, and further we can rewrite as this square and root will be cancelled, so it will be 2x squared plus 10, and minus, this will be 2x squared and plus x, and divided by this will be x squared plus 5, and into, in brackets we can write square root of x squared plus 5. Now next what we can do, we can find basically, we can simplify this. 2x squared and minus 2x squared will be cancelled, and this will be uh, what? This will be 10 plus x, 10 plus x over, this will be x squared plus 5 under square, and under root will be x squared plus 5. This will be our dy by dx. Now we can find dy by dx at 2. Dy by dx at 2 will be equal to, at x is equal to 2, we can mention at x is equal to 2 will be um, 10 plus 2 over, this will be what? This will be 2 squared, 2 squared plus 5, and this will be under root of 4 plus 5. So this will be equal to 12 over, this will be 4 plus 5 will be 9, 9, and under root 9 will be 27. So this will be basically 9 into 3, so into 3, and this will be 12 over 27. So 3 fours are 12 and 3 nines are 27. So our answer will be 4 over 9 will be the gradient, not the answer. This is gradient at 2. Now after finding the gradient at 2, we will find the gradient of the normal of the perpendicular, which will be equal to reciprocal and change sign. So minus 4 over 9, 9 by 4. Instead of 4 by 9, instead of this 4 by 9, we will change reciprocal and change sign. So minus 9 by 4. And points will be what? Point will be basically x, at x is equal to 2. Y will be equal to what? At x is equal to, we can change the color so that you can identify. At x is equal to 2. Y will be equal to, we can change, replace the values. 2 into 2 minus 1 over under root of 2 squared minus 5 plus 5, and this will be equal to 4 minus 1 will be 3 over, this will be 9 under root, which is also 3, so it will be equal to 1. So our point will become 2 and 1. So now we can write equation of the normal y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. So y minus y1 will be 1 is equal to m, which is minus 9 by 4 into x minus x1, which is 2, and we can rewrite basically this equation as, this will be what? Y is equal to minus 9 over 4x and plus, this will be 9 by 4 into 2 will be 9 by 2, so 9 by 2 and plus 1, and this will be equal to what? Y is equal to, basically this will be, we can multiply everything by 4 and we will get 4y. 4y is equal to minus 9x, and this will be plus 20, this will be 4y is equal to minus 4x plus 22, and we can write 9x we can shift to other side, so 9x plus 4y is equal to 22. This will be our final equation. This 22 basically we can use calculator to find this, so it will be plus 9 by 2 plus 1 and multiply by 4, this will be, we will get 22. Hopefully you understood this as well. Now question number 7. Question number 7 diagram is provided. The diagram shows a badge made of thin sheet metal consisting of two semicircular pieces, centers B and C, each of radius x centimeter. They are attached to each other by a rectangular piece of thin sheet metal ABCD such that AB is equal to CD, and the radii of the semicircular pieces and AD is equal to BC is equal to y centimeter. So this is y centimeter and this is x centimeter. Given that the area of the badge is 20 centimeters square, show that the perimeter p centimeter of the badge is given by this equation, and this is a 4 marks question. So what we will be doing, we can understand the question first. The question is, this is a semicircle. Basically this is semicircle and area of this whole complete badge is provided. So area of this semicircle will be what? Pi r squared, and this one and this one combined area of these two will be pi r squared. So these two, if we join these two parts will be a complete circle, and the area of a circle is what? Area of circle is equal to pi r square. That's why we are taking pi r square. And r value is what? R is equal to x in this case. So our area of these two shapes will be equal to pi x squared. So this is what area of these this complete circle we will use as pi x squared. And now we can consider this rectangular portion, this piece, and this rectangular portion is what? This rectangular portion is having length as x and width as y, so area will be equal to xy. This is basically also a the equation which we'll be using, these two equations, and we know that the area of the badge is equal to 20 centimeters square. So we can write area of the badge is equal to pi x squared plus xy is equal to 20. This is the equation which we formed, and from here we can rewrite, basically we can write y is equal to what? We can write first xy is equal to 20 minus pi x squared, and then y is equal to 20 minus pi x squared over x. So this will be the y value which we will be using. Now for the perimeter, what we will be doing? For the perimeter of the shape, we have 2 pi r for the complete circle. So perimeter will be equal to 2 pi r plus this will be x plus y plus y. So basically this will be one more x over here. So two x sides and two y sides for this rectangle. Two x sides will be, if I tell you, one x side will be basically this side will be one x side, this side will be second x side, and two y sides will be this one and this one will be two y sides. Basically x side is solid line, which is this. So we are counting these two solid lines and one this solid line and this solid line. So these will be 2x plus 2y. So we can rewrite this equation, p is equal to 2 pi into x, because r is x, so we have replaced r with x, plus 2x plus 2y, and this y value we can replace with this y value, and we can rewrite it as 2 pi x plus 2x plus 2 into y value will be 20 minus pi x squared divided by x. And further what we can do, we can write separately x under these both, and now we can write 2 pi x plus 2x, and we can open this bracket, so it will be 40 over x minus this will be 2 pi, and x and square will be cancelled, so it will be only x. Now we have one positive pi 2 pi x and one negative 2 pi x, so these two we will be cancelling, and after cancellation we can write p is equal to 2x plus 40 over x, and see what we have to prove. This is p is equal to 2x plus 40 over x. It's the same thing which we have done. Hopefully you understood this. Now for the B part says given that x can vary, find the minimum value of p, justifying that this value is a minimum. So this is 5 marks question. So p is equal to basically the final equation which we have just written in the previous part over here, 2x plus 40 over x. So p is equal to 2x plus 40 over x. We can rewrite it as 2x plus 40 into x raised to minus 1. This is our p. Now we can find change in p with respect to x. So dp over dx will be equal to derivative of this equation. So derivative of 2x will be 2, and next derivative will be plus, and minus 1 we will pull this power first, and then we will be writing this 40 into x raised to minus 1 will be minus 2, and derivative of x will be 1. So final equation will be 2 minus 40 over x squared, and so we know that it is a minimum value, is a minimum. So it's basically we can put derivative is equal to 0 because gradient of the minimum point will be 0, and we can write 2 minus 40 over x squared is equal to 0. This implies 40 over x squared is equal to 2. So this implies x squared is equal to 40 over 2, which is equal to 20, and further we can write it as x will be equal to square root of 20. Square of 20 root of 20, we can use the calculator. Basically square root of 20 will be equal to 4.47. we can write here 4.47. Now the second order derivative, we will check for the second order derivative, justify that this value is minimum. Now this value is minimum. We will be finding the second order derivative for the criteria d2p over dx squared, and this will be equal to second order derivative of which equation, of basically this equation which we have already taken derivative. So it will be what, x is equal to this one. So minus 40 we are taking derivative of basically this one, right? So minus 40 into minus 2 when it will go up, and you can say that we are taking derivative of this equation. So constant derivative of 2 will be 0, and minus 40 and minus 2 we have pulled first, so x raised to minus 3, and this will be equal to what, if we find it will be always basically positive. Why it will be always positive? Because this is resulting to 80 over x cubed, and this value will be always positive. This is a positive value, right? So always positive, so minimum positive value will be resulting to a minimum. Now question number 8 says a part, giving your answer in its simplest form, find the exact value of this integral. 4 marks question. We have to find the integral of this, so we can integrate this. Integral of this will be same, e raised to 5x minus 1 divided by derivative of this term. Derivative of this term will be 5, so we'll write here, and this one will be the integral limit will be 0 0.2 to 1, and we can replace the upper limit first. So it will be e raised to 5 minus 1 over 5 and the second will be the lower limit, which will be e raised to the power 5 into 0.2 minus 1 over 5, and this we can put in brackets, and this will be equal to 1 over 5 we can take common, and inside will be e raised to 4 minus, this will be what, this will be e raised to the power 5 into 0.2 will be 1, so 1 minus 1 will be 0, so e raised to the power 0. So this is equal to 1 over 5 e raised to the power e raised to the power 4 minus 1. So this will be the final answer for this part. Now second part is integral from 1 to 2. We have to integral, find this integral, 5 marks this question. So we can take integral from 1 to 2, and integration of this, we can first open the square, so it will be a squared plus b squared. A squared will be x squared plus 1 over x square will be 1 over x 4, and plus 2 into x into 1 over x squared plus 2ab, and then bracket close, and this will be dx. We have, what we have done, we have just opened this square by the formula, and the formula is what, a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus b squared plus 2ab. We have utilized this formula. Now we can integrate, and in this will be, we can simplify first before taking integral. 1 to 2 x squared, and plus we can write this x raised to minus 4, and x and x will be cancelled, so plus 2 x raised to minus 1 and dx. Now we can integrate, and integral of this will be x square, integral of x square will be x cubed by 3 plus x, integral of x minus 4 will be x raised to minus 3 over minus 3, and plus integral of x raised to minus 1 is log x, so 2 log ln x, right? So log x, natural log, so 1 to 2 are the limits, and we will always replace the upper limit first. So it will be what, it will be 2 cubed, which is 8 over 3 plus 1, this will be what, when we replace 2, so it will be 8, so basically minus 1 over 24, 1 over 24, and plus 2 log 2, this one, and the lower limit will be what, when we replace the lower limit with 1, so it will be 1 by 3 and minus 1, basically uh, minus 1 by 3, and log of 1 will be 0, so we'll replace like this, and this one is also cancelled, and we will get what, we will simplify this, 8 by 3, so 8 over 3 minus 1 over 24 is equal to 21 over 8, so we can write 21 over 8 plus 2 log 2, and this will be the final answer for this part. And B part, they are saying find the integral of this, and this is 2 marks question, so we can integrate, this will be integral of sine x is what, minus cos x, so cos x by 6 divided by derivative of this will be 1 over 6, so we can divide this by 1 over 6, and plus integral constant c, because this is not a definite integral, so 1 over 6 we can shift up, so minus 6 cos x over 6, we can put brackets over here, and plus c, this will be the integral which we were supposed to find. Now question number 9. Question number 9 says do not use calculator in this question. In the expression of 1 plus 2x raised to the power n, the coefficients of x4 is 10 times the coefficient of x square. Find the value of the positive integer n. So we know NCR is equal to n factorial over n minus r factorial into r factorial. So we will take the expansion, basically 1 plus 2x raised to the power n. Now we need the for coefficient of x square. For x square we will take nc2 and 1 raised to the power n and 2x raised to the power 2, and this will be equal to what? By this formula, this will be equal to n factorial over n minus 2 factorial into 2 factorial, and 4x, basically 4x squared we can put in brackets. So 2x squared will be 4x squared if we open the bracket, and for this one we can write it as n factorial over n minus 2 factorial will be what? This will be n into n minus 1, n into n minus 1, because n minus 2 and below terms are all cancelled by the denominator n minus 2 factorial, and this will be 2 factorial denominator will be cancelled with 4. We can show here this 2 factorial will be cancelled with this, and we'll get 2 over here, and this will be 2x squared, we can put in brackets, and this will be basically the x squared term. Now we can find the coefficient of x4. So for x4 we can take nc4, so nc4 and 1 raised to the power n and 2x raised to the power 4, and similarly we can write it as n factorial over n minus 4 factorial into 4 factorial, and this will be 2x raised to the power 4 and 2 raised to the power 4 will be 16, so directly we can write 16x raised to the power 4. Now further what we can do, we can simplify this. So n factorial, rest of the values will be cancelled with n minus 4 factorial, and remaining values will be what? n minus 1, n minus 2 and n minus 3. These values will be remaining, n minus 4 and the lower terms will be cancelled by the denominator n minus 4 factorial. Hopefully you are understanding this, and the rest is 4 factorial, so 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and this will be multiplied by 16x raised to 4. So 16 we can cancel, basically this will be what? 4 4s are 16, and this will be 2 2s are 4 and 2 will be cancelled, and this will be 2 over 3 into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3. These will be the two terms which we have basically for x2 and x4 and x2 x square terms. Now we can equalize them is 10 times by the condition of the question. The coefficient of x4 is 10 times the coefficient of x square. So with this relation we will be writing 10 times coefficient of x square, which we found over here. We can copy n into n minus 1, n into n minus 1 into 2. This was basically coefficient of x square. We are not writing x square, we are writing just coefficient of x square. Now we will write the coefficient of x4. This is the coefficient of x4. This portion is coefficient of x4, which we can copy over here. 2 by 3 n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3. Now we can multiply, basically first we can cancel whatever possible, so this n is cancelled with this, and further now we can multiply, basically we can cancel this 2 also, this 2 and 2, and the rest will be 3. This 3 we can shift to the other side of equation, and we will get 30 into n minus 1 is equal to n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3. Further cancellation, n minus 1 into n minus 1, we can cancel these two, and the remaining equation will be what? 30 is equal to n minus 2 into n minus 3, and we can multiply these two terms. So n multiplied by n will be resulting to n squared, and then n multiplied by minus 3 will be resulting to minus 3n, and minus 2 into n will be minus 2, and minus 2 multiplied by minus 3 will be plus 6, and this is equal to 30. Now we can write basically in quadratic equation format. So n square and 3n minus 2n will be 5n, so minus 5n, and plus 6, and 30 also we can shift to the side, so minus 30 is equal to 0, and the final quadratic equation will be n squared minus 5n minus 24 is equal to 0, and we can factorize this. Mode 5 3, coefficient of n is 1, coefficient of n square is 1, n is minus 5, and constant value is minus 24, and we can get the value 8 and minus 3. So x is equal to 8 and x is equal to minus 3. These will be, so negative value we can reject. We can reject this negative value, and answer will be x is equal to 8. Why we have rejected the negative value? Because find the value of positive integer of n, which is mentioned in the question. That's why we have rejected this value. Hopefully you understood everything. Question number 10, A part. An arithmetic progression has a first term of 5 and a common difference of minus 3. Find the number of terms such that the sum to n terms is first less than minus 204 marks, and this is the SN formula which we'll be using. A value is what? A value is first term, which is 5. So A is equal to 5, and common difference is minus 3. So D value is equal to minus 3. And in this formula, we will be replacing the values, and we can write Sn is equal to 1 by 2 n and 2a plus n minus 1 into d. This will be the formula which we will be using. And what else? We will be basically replacing values. 1 by 2 n into 2a value is 5 plus n minus 1 into d, which is minus 3 over here, and this should be less than minus 200. This is what mentioned in the question. So n by 2 is this will be 10, and then we can multiply with minus, so minus 3n plus 3, and this will be less than minus 200. And now further we can simplify to this denominator, we can shift to the other side. So we will get what we will get, n into 13 minus 3n is less than minus 400, and 400 we can shift to this side, and n we can open, so it will be minus 3n squared, and plus 13n is less than minus 400. We can change sign of the whole equation, and this will be what? Equality sign will be changing, so 3n squared minus we will remove, so minus 13n is greater than 400, and we can rewrite it as 3n squared minus 13n is minus 400 is greater than 0. Now what we can do, we can solve this quadratic equation. So mode, basically we have already taken this mode, so coefficient of n square is 3, coefficient of n is minus 13, and constant is minus 400, and we will get 13.9 n value. So n1 value will be equal to 13.9, and the second value will be minus 9.58. So n2 is equal to minus 9.58. So we can okay, so we can reject this negative term, and we will be taking n value as rounded value we can take as 14. So this will be our answer. Greater than, why we have taken 14? Because n is greater than 13.9, so it will be, round number will be 14. The B part, a geometric progression is such that third term is equal to 81 over 64 and its fifth term is equal to this one. Find the first term of this progression and the positive common ratio of this progression. So this is a 5 marks question. We know this is basically the formula. These formulas are provided in the formula sheet. So un, we know un is equal to ar squared, and a is provided. Third term is basically this one. So we can write a3. This will be basically a3 will be equal to ar square, and this will be 81 over 64, which is provided over here. And we can write u5 also, because fifth term is also provided. So u5 will be equal to ar raised to the power 4, which is given as 729 over 1024. And now we can find the common ratio. For that one we can divide. So ar4 divided by ar squared, and this will be equal to what? This will be equal to 729 over 1024 divided by 81 over 64. And if we solve this with the calculator, and this will be fraction over fraction, 729 over 1024, and over this will be 81 over this will be 64, and this will be equal to 9 by 16, 9 by 16, and r square is equal to this side. We can cancel this, and this will be equal to r squared. So r squared is equal to 9 by 16. This implies what? R is equal to 3 by 4. So 3 by 4, this will be r value. Now ar will be what? Ar squared, basically ar squared. So a into 9 by 16 is provided as 81 over 64. So we can write a is equal to 81 over 64 into 16 over 9. This will be, we can cancel this, so 81 over 64 and multiply by 16 over 9, and answer will be 9 by 4, or decimal value will be 2.25. 2.25. So a is equal to 2.25. So this is what we found, a value also and r value also. This is done, and then they are saying hence find the sum of infinity of the progression. So this is sum of infinity formula, and this will be ar s infinity. S infinity will be equal to a, which is 2.25 we just found, divided by 1 minus r value is 3 by 4, and this will be equal to what? This will be 2.5 over, this will be answer over, this will be 1 minus 3 over 4, and this is equal to 9. So sum of infinity is equal to 9. This was basically 1 mark question which you've done. Now question number 11, which is the final question of this paper. So the graph of this equation cuts the y-axis at point A. This is point A. The graph of this one and this one intersect one another at the point A, B. B is this point. The line BC is perpendicular to the x-axis. BC is perpendicular to the x-axis. This angle is provided. Calculate the area of the shaded region enclosed by the curve and the line AB. This is 8 mark question. So what we can do, first of all, we can figure out, basically we can find the x and basically y-intercept. So y is equal to x plus 10. This is the equation. So what we will do, we will utilize this equation. This plus 10 is y-intercept. So the coordinates of A will be 0 and 10. From this we can check. And the second thing, we can get this height. Basically this height is 10. This height is 10. And this one, coordinates of B, we can figure out. How we can figure out coordinates of B? We can equalize both equations to get the basically points of interception. So one equation is y is equal to x square minus 4x plus 10, and the second equation is y is equal to x plus 10. Y is equal to x plus 10. So these two equations we will equate and we will find the point of interception. So x square minus 4x plus 10 is equal to x plus 10. So 10 and 10 we can cancel, and x squared minus 4x minus x is equal to 0. So x squared minus 5x is equal to 0. So we can take x common. So inside will be x minus, basically this should not be 4, it should be 5 over here. So it will be x minus 5 is equal to 0. This implies what? X is equal to 0 and x is equal to 5. So 2 points, 0 and 5. So 0 is this A point and 5 is this point. So this will be 5, and x value will be 5. Y value we can find from here. Y is equal to x plus 10. So x value is 5. So 5 plus 10, which is equal to 15. So y value, y coordinate will be 15. So 5 and 15. It means that this length, basically if I show over here, this length will be 5, and this height will be 15. This height will be 15. It's a trapezium. Now we can use basically what we will do, we will find area under the curve. We will find area of the trapezium. Area of the trapezium will be what? Area of trapezium, we will find this whole area. We will find this whole area. Our strategy is what? We will find area of this whole trapezium, and then we will be finding the area under the curve, which is y is equal to x square minus 4x plus 10, and then we will subtract the area which we got under the curve from the trapezium area. So this is whole trapezium area, and this trapezium area, how we will find? We can find by trapezium rule. So what we will do, area is equal to 1 by 2 into base into height. 1 by 2 into base into 1 by 2 into a plus b into h. A plus B into H. So this will be 1 by 2 into one side is 10, the other side is 15. This side is 10, parallel side we will be taking. So 10 plus 15 and perpendicular height is 5. So 10 plus 15 into 5. 10 plus 15 into 5, and this is equal to what? We can simplify this. 0.5 into 10 plus 15 will be 25, and multiplied by 5 will be equal to, multiplication signs we will have to use, and this will be 62.5. So we can write here 62.5. This is basically the trapezium area, the complete area which I have shaded over here. Now we will be finding area under the curve. Area under the curve, which we will integrate and find. Area under the curve is which one? If we take area under the curve, will be only this white portion now which I am shading. This will be area under the curve. So we will be integrating the curve and finding this area, and then we will be subtracting and reaching to the shaded required area. And now this is the area which we are targeting for. Integral will be from 0 to 5, because integral x value is varying from 0 to 5. Integral of the equation x square minus 4x plus 10 and dx, and this will be equal to what? X square, integral of x square is x cubed by 3 minus 4x square by 2 plus 10x, and limit will be from 0 to 5. And first we'll replace the upper limit, and this will be 5 cubed will be 125 over 3, and minus 4 into 5 square will be 25 into 4 will be 100, so 100 divided by 2 plus 10x will be 50. So this one, and we can further basically uh, replace the lower limit, so it will be 0, because all x values are involved in this, so we can uh, take it as 0. So next will be what? This will be uh, 1. We can basically calculate with the help of calculator, so it will be 125 over 3 and minus 100 over 2, and this will be plus 50, and this is equal to 125 over 3. 125 over 3. This is area of this shaded portion which we have done. So from the trapezium, which is 62.5, we will subtract. So area required will be equal to, area required will be equal to 62.5 minus 125 by 3 will be equal to, we can write 62.5 minus answer is equal to 125 over 6. This will be the answer, or we can write in decimal format, and this one will be, hopefully you understood each and everything. We are done with the paper, and don't forget to subscribe the channel, press bell icon so that you will be getting notification for incoming videos. Recommend this channel to your friends and classmates. Also introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.